Alright guys, so today we're going to be checking out the brand new AI Power Wearbuds Watch. Now I have checked out the first and second gen version of the Wearbuds, which to me looked more like a prototype. It had a way too futuristic look where it always stood out if I ever had it on my wrist. So I definitely think that this version is a more refined product, and you can tell just simply by the name of Wearbuds Watch that they focus a lot more on making this look like an actual smartwatch. Now this is an Indiegogo campaign just like the previous two versions were. It does say that the original retail price is going to be around $250 to $260, but right now there is an early bird price where you can get it for $131. And I'm going to go ahead and say this right now, the $131 makes a lot more sense than the $250 to $260. But we're going to check out what's different about this version. We're going to check out some of the features, what all you get inside the box and what you don't get inside the box, and see why I think it's definitely worth a look at the $130 price tag. Now, like I said, this is a third gen version of the Wearbuds. This is just a much better design. You can tell again that it's focused more on looking like a smartwatch. In fact, it looks a lot like the TicWatch that I already wear. It's not as bulky, it doesn't have a curved display. In fact, now it has a 1.28 inch TFT LCD display, and this is one of the most responsive displays that I've used. It's easy to just kind of swipe. You don't feel any kind of lag. It feels like it already just kind of swipes to what you're wanting to do before you're even done swiping across the screen. So as far as responsiveness, there's no issues there. One thing that you're going to want to do right off the bat though is you're going to want to download their app. Because you want to be able to connect to a lot of the health and fitness things that they have. This watch also will help monitor your sleep. It has a blood pressure sensor, a heart rate monitor. It also has a blood oxygen sensor. And on the watch itself, you even have music controls. So you can skip your songs forward, go backwards, change your volume. So some other things that you can do within the app is you obviously want to turn it where your notifications are on. Now, the watch itself allows you to read your notifications and see all your notifications come through, but you're not able to respond to any of them. There's no microphones on the actual watch, so you cannot even do like voice controlled stuff. But when the earbuds are out, that's where you can do all of your voice commands, because it is connecting to your phone or tablet or whatever just via Bluetooth. Now, as far as what all you get inside the box, now I know that I have an early version of the Wearbuds Watch. It does not come with any extra ear tips. It only comes with the one that's on the earbuds themselves. Mine actually did not even come with a manual. The only thing I had inside the box was the charging cable. Now, it is a simple 2-pin connector. It just magnetically connects to the back of the watch and allows your watch to charge. And as far as charging goes, battery life is excellent as far as the watch goes, because you can get around 10 days worth of use before needing to charge it. But the battery life on the earbuds, it's going to be disappointing to some because obviously you're going to want to compare it to other earbuds. But I really don't think you should, because the earbuds are smaller and they're sharing a battery with the actual watch. But the battery life on the earbuds, you're only going to get somewhere between 2.5 to 3 hours, where with taking them in and out of the watch, you're gonna get about 12 to 13 hours total. So if you need something that's gonna last you all day, if you're somebody that just likes to keep your earbuds in and just take all of your calls while you're listening to music or watching anything, this won't fit that need, just because you're gonna have to charge these a little bit more than you would other earbuds. Now, as far as some of the other technology they have, the earbuds do use Bluetooth 5.0. They do not have aptX playback, but it does have AAC and SBC. And this is one of those pairs I didn't have any kind of dropout or connection issues. I also did not have any kind of lag with movies or videos. Now, I did have lag with gaming, so if you are looking to use this pair while gaming on your mobile device, I would not recommend them for that. Now, as far as using them outdoors, they do have the watch and the earbuds rated at IPX6. So this is not something that you would want to submerge either underwater, but you will be fine against splashes and rain and sweat and things like that. I do have an early version of the Wearbuds Watch, and they did email me to say that the IPX6 water-resistant, waterproof rating does not work on my pair. So I was not able to test this, but I do want to tell you at least what they're rated at. Now, as far as the watch design itself, again, I cannot stress enough how much of a huge improvement that this watch is over the originals. Now, the original ones had it where an earbud would be stored on both sides of the watch, but they decided to actually have both earbuds store on the same side. And the reason I like this choice is they also designed the tip of the earbuds to actually look like the crown dials that you would see on watches. So while the earbuds are in the watch, it just looks like two little crown dials, and you really can't tell that there's two earbuds inside this watch. Now, they do have indicator lights on the earbuds to let you know that they're charging, and the way that you take these out, because these are not spring-loaded like the first two gens, is you simply just grab that little crown and pull these out. Now, the magnet is definitely strong enough inside the watch that when you're putting the earbuds back in, it just kind of sucks them back into the watch. So there's never really any question as to whether your earbuds are in and that they're charging. It's just done so much better on this version. And because it doesn't have that spring-loaded feature, you're not accidentally bumping the watch and having your earbuds pop out. So you can tell that they focused a little more on that. The band on here is a silicone band. It's very thick. And again, it just resembles the Tick watch that I have. So I think it's going to be a lot more durable, and it's going to fit a lot more situations because it looks like a normal watch. Now, as far as using your earbuds, if you're somebody that likes to use one earbud at a time, you can use either the left or the right. And then as far as the microphones on here, I was actually surprised at how well it picked up my voice, mainly because the earbuds are very tiny. They don't stick out in any way, and there's no microphone that's actually pointed in the direction of your mouth. So the fact that it was able to pick up my voice very cleanly and block out a lot of my surroundings made me feel good about using these for phone calls. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here.
All right, guys, so here is a mic test using the Wearbuds. Again, I'm quite surprised at how well it picks up my voice, especially considering how far the earbuds sit back in my ear canal. But this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here is a mic test with a crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public.
So now let's talk about the sound, because the sound on these surprised me a lot, but it was also frustrating because it didn't come with extra ear tips. You have to kind of play around with these quite a bit to make sure that you get a good seal. In fact, I had to make sure that these were pushed down a little bit further in my ear canal that I'm used to. I usually like to have wider ear tips so that way they can seal a little further back and not feel like they have to be jammed down so far. Now, it's not uncomfortable in any way, but I just noticed that every time that I put the earbuds in, I kind of had to move them around a little bit and push them in a little bit more just to make sure that I'm getting that good seal. And so it also made me a little hesitant as far as like moving around and doing as much so that it didn't come loose or lose that seal. Because if you lose the seal, you basically lose any kind of bass impact that you have. Because when you have a good seal, the bass impact is pretty impressive. It's tight, it's accurate, but it has plenty of punch. They didn't allow the bass to get sloppy in these, so it's not one of those that sounds muddy or congested. In fact, the sound overall isn't really warm at all. It has a brighter sound to it, so you can tell that there's a lot more focus on bringing out your mids and the highs, which means if you're going to be listening to podcasts and watching movies and TV shows, dialogue always stood out. It was very clean. And basically any genre of music that I listened to, I never had any kind of issue with the vocalist. Vocalist sounded very upfront. It never got lost in the mix. And the treble is also tuned in a way where it's nice and bright. So you're easily able to hear a lot of subtle details. Everything has a nice, like, crisp sound to it. The only type of person I wouldn't recommend these for as far as sound goes is a bass head. And that's just because they don't allow the bass on these to get sloppy. Again, I feel like it has plenty of punch to it, but it is refined and tightened up in a way so that it doesn't affect the mids and the highs. Now, as far as the soundstage and sound imaging, again, because it's a brighter, more detailed sounding earbud, I had no issues with being able to tell where different sounds were coming from. The only thing is, this isn't an extremely open sounding earbud, but it still made me feel like I was in a large room. So given the size of these and the sound that you're getting, audio performance isn't an issue. The only issue is going to be whether you can get a good seal or not. I do understand that they didn't add a lot of ear tips because it's very limited on the space that the earbuds have when you push them into the watch. So they did have to design an ear tip that's gonna fit in here. I just wish that there was a little bit more of a wider option. Maybe they can offer some foam ear tip options so that it could form a certain way while it's in here and just expand while it's in your ear. But as it is, you're getting one set of ear tips and you have to hope that it causes a good seal in your ears. So my overall conclusion of this product is at $250 to $260, I would be very hesitant to recommend it. But at $130, I think it's definitely a go for somebody like me that just likes to have earbuds on me at all times. I don't necessarily always like to carry a case on a pair of earbuds, so it's nice that you can just store them on something that you're going to be wearing pretty much all the time anyway. But if you look at this product as a $130 watch or a $130 pair of earbuds, I think that's where you have to kind of see where the value would be. I don't think if I had $130, I would buy the watch as it is by itself, and I wouldn't buy the pair of earbuds as they are by themselves because there's better options on both in this price range. But to be able to get them both for $130, that's where I could see recommending these to most people. If you're somebody that wears a smartwatch most of the time for just basic functions and you don't necessarily have to respond to notifications from your watch, this definitely will do most of the things that you need it to do. And also, if you're somebody that just likes to have earbuds, if you're going to be waiting somewhere a little bit longer, or you want to just pop in and watch a TV show or a movie, you just simply pull the earbuds out and they're always going to be there on your wrist. So just for the convenience factor, I love the idea of this, and they definitely keep improving upon these each gen that they keep coming out with. And this is the first one where I feel like it's an actual watch, that it's not sticking out like a sore thumb. It has a lot of features that work extremely well. The display is good. Everything is very responsive. So I'm very pleased with this product overall. I just would not pay the actual retail of $250 to $260. That's really the biggest drawback. But guys, that's my video and kind of like a first look on the brand new AI Power Wearbuds Watch. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.